the base case is kind of 250. So 150 low side, 250 normal, 450 blow off 2017 cycle.
By the end of 25?
Yeah. I mean, I think within 10 years, if I just follow the log regression channel of market cap, or use a Bitcoin version and impute something out of it, I get to 100 trillion by 2034.
Bitcoin is poised for a meteoric rise, with projections suggesting it could reach $150,000 to $450,000 next year. By 2034, the cryptocurrency market is expected to achieve an extraordinary $100 trillion market cap. These bold predictions come from Raoul Pal, CEO of Real Vision, who remains optimistic about the future of digital assets despite ongoing market volatility. The resilience of crypto is evident, with major blockchain networks breaking records for transaction speed and adoption rates surging across various sectors. The involvement of institutional investors and AI in blockchain technology has further bolstered its growth trajectory. In a recent conversation with Dan Tapiero, CEO of One Roundtable Partners, Pal delves deeper into this anticipated crypto boom. Watch the full discussion to uncover more fascinating insights into what could be the dawn of a transformative era in digital finance. Also, if you enjoy listening to crypto-related content, please show your support by liking and subscribing to this channel by following the link in my bio. And get access to my free daily crypto updates and expert predictions direct to your inbox. Each newsletter contains market intelligence, on-chain data and latest updates from experts in the crypto space. All of this is available completely free of charge. Signing up only takes a moment and you can always change your mind later on. Now back over to Raoul Pal.
This next bull phase, I think we're going to see, I'm thinking at least 160, 180,000 Bitcoin, 8, 9, 10,000 Ethereum. I mean, I'm being conservative. Solana probably could double from here. I've always thought that even a year or 2 years ago, sort of 150 to 180 was my target based on the way things have moved in previous bears to bulls the last 3 cycles. I don't know if you have any. Our companies are all like kicking butt. I didn't get into that, but I mean, almost all of them are near record revenue or will be in the next, few months.
My general view is I hear the conservative numbers, and I think it's always good to anchor yourselves on those, particularly when you're building a business. I think for me, the base case, the base case is kind of 250. So 150 low side, 250 normal, 450 blow off 2017 cycle.
By the end of 25?
Yeah. So,
yeah,
don't forget, I was 2017.
Yeah.
I sold out at 2000 just before that, the usual tax season where it falls in like March, April, May, June, right? I sold out 2000. It went up 10x in 4 months at the end of the year. 10x.
Yeah, but those are smaller numbers. We can't go up 10x.
No, but that's why I'm saying. That's why I'm saying. Listen, it's possible to go up 3x in the last part of the cycle if we get a very strong cycle. That's all I'm saying is that I think that tail is because people have so much PTSD. I think it's underpriced. I'm not saying it's my base case,
but you know how much value will be added to the digital asset.
I think your number of 10 trillion is. Yeah, I think 10 trillion is underestimating. For this cycle, I think it's close to 12, 13, something like that this cycle. Yeah. I think your whole 10T idea is going to sound hilariously outdated very soon.
It brings me right back to the beginning. The first thing we discussed, you can tell where somebody entered the space because 10T will be a joke. It wasn't when it was 300 billion. In 2019, 30x, people were like, they're nuts, there's no way. But I think 10 will be too small by far, right?
Yeah, way too. I mean, I think within 10 years, if I just follow the log regression channel of market cap, or use a Bitcoin version and impute something out of it, I get to 100 trillion by 2034. Now that makes sense, because all other assets are 100, 200, 300 trillion. A lot of assets are going on to this. There's going to be a lot of activity. I don't think that's wildly wrong. That kind of suggests we're only 3% there because it's 3 trillion today. It's like,
what was that first call you had? Did you call for Bitcoin? What was that very first one in that article?
so I said, I think it's worth $1 million. It's worth 700 ounces of gold at the time.
What year was that?
That was 2013.
Okay,
And I said, I'm going to discount myself by 90% because this sounds stupid to call for $1 million Bitcoin when it's 200. So I'm going to say 100 grand. So we hit my original target from 11 years ago. And I still think we'll hit the other target, which is now 700 ounces of gold is now $2 and a bit million. So I do think somewhere, and that was a bad math calculation, random numbers based on stock to flow, but it kind of feels about right.
Yeah.
You know? I think, yeah, that sounds about right, you know?
Yeah, I wonder, you know, it's interesting because we're talking about these big numbers. And of course, you've got Michael Saylor out there who's, you know, sucked a lot of air out of the room. Rightfully so. I think he's been incredible for the space. But I haven't sort of sensed as much enthusiasm yet as in previous cycles, right? Like, I don't feel somehow, I don't know, maybe it's because some of these altcoins, etc., are still down 90%. If you look at some of them, you know, not Ripple, which is now exploded, but, you know, some of these.
Yeah, we just started to sit in the last 2 weeks where things are doing 50% in a day. You know, that's what brings in retail. And I know from my WhatsApp messages that people are coming back, but these were, I'm only getting back last cycle people and not new cycle people yet.
Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe for news and expert predictions direct to your inbox.